The Pricempire Trader Subscription for $20 a month. Is it worth it or is it not worth it? Well, I tried it for 1 month to see if it was worth it, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion on if you should buy it or not. The reason I make this video, because in the past I had a few people who asked me if this was worth it, so I wanted to try it out for some time, and I did, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. Very quickly, before I start the video, I want to tell you one thing. Well, there's one condition for when it's not gonna be worth it. So you don't have to watch the video if this is true. Now let's say that you have this $20 a month. So that means that this has to make you $20 a month extra of profit, at least. So if you are buying this thing and you don't make $20 extra profit, then you're making a loss and then you should not buy it. So that means that if you have less than $500, it's probably not gonna be worth it. I recommend to have like at least $1,000 because the reason is, let's say that you have $500, you make 10% profit, so that's $50. Then you have the $20 subscription, then you only have $30 left. And let's continue with the video. What is the difference? So we have the free plan, which has all of these features, and we have the trader plan. Now what exactly is the difference? Well, the difference is only these three things. So on the left side, you can see that we have the trader subscription, and on the right side, you can see that we have the free subscription. So what exactly is the difference? Well, we have the site comparison. So here you have the live prices. And in this site comparison, we have the cash prices only. Basically, as you can see on Pricempire, you have the maximum price age. And if you have the trader subscription, you can choose live price age. And otherwise, you can only choose to 2 hours. Then the second one is the investment portfolio. So instead of 5 slots, you will have 10 slots. And lastly, if you have the trader subscription, you get access to the items live feed. And if you have the free subscription, you don't get access to that. Now that is the deals page that you see right over here. And I also did check this one out. As you can see, you can put any marketplace, any price, any liquidity, etc. But more on this later. First of all, how do you actually buy this? I will put a link with my referral link in the description. I get like 5% from the payment. If you don't want to use my affiliate link, then you can just head over to pricempire.com. I will also put a link for that. Then you have to click on your profile. First, you have to be signed in, of course. Then click on the plus where you see your wallet. Click on plus, click on top up account, then choose any crypto. So for example, you choose Litecoin, and then here you should have the address. So basically you need to send $20 to this address. And then once you've done that, you should have some money right over here. Click on the free package, click on trader, click on subscribe to trader, and then you should have the trader thing. All right, so now the detailed comparison. So we're gonna take a look at the first feature, which is the site comparison. All right, so what I have found in the month of using it is that there probably isn't a big difference. So what I used to do without the subscription is put it at 12 hours or 2 hours, depending on which comparison I use. Because for some websites, if you put a too low maximum price age, for example, 2 hours, you will see almost no skins. But if you then put 12 hours or 1 day, you will see a lot of skins, and those skins are still on the market. So personally, I don't really find the use in this. I don't think it's that useful. It was for some sites, for example, for some it was useful that I can just put live prices and I knew that the skins were still there. But it depends on which marketplace. For example, on CS Float, if I put the live prices, I would see almost no skins. But on Gamerpay, if I put live prices, then I would see only good skins that were still on the market. So for Gamerpay, it was good. For CS Float, it wasn't. It's a little bit, some sites it works, sometimes it's not. This is what I wrote about the comparison feature. The only thing that I found useful is the My Items feature. So as you can see, you can choose all items or my items. And if you have the subscription, you can click on my items. And then right here, it will only show your items. And I used to use this one when it was still a free feature. And then I can just go to every single market and see where I get the best prices. Now, unfortunately, this is only for trader subscription. So this My Item feature can be very useful when you're manually setting your prices on different sites, because then you can choose the best site and sell your skins there. So that was a good feature, but the other ones weren't the best for me. Now, then you have the portfolio slots. Very quickly, I don't use this feature. I don't know how it works. Basically, you have double the slots, so it may be useful for some. As an investor, I don't see the point in paying $20 a month where you can just put it in a spreadsheet and you'll have the same effect roughly. Now, I may be wrong because I don't use this, so I can't say too much on it. And the last feature is the deals page, and this is why I initially bought this thing, because I was interested in how good this deals page is. What I'll do is I'll put up some footage of me using the deals thing, and I'm gonna talk about what I think of it. So first of all, it can be a bit slow, or it does not automatically refresh. So sometimes you have to manually refresh the page in order for it to work, because otherwise it won't refresh. I have talked about this in their Discord, and a lot of other people also had the same problem. One good point is that you can choose any markets. You have a lot of options. You can choose liquidity, item price, market, max buff price. You can choose any market. So I think this is very good. Then I found that it works good for high tier items because those don't get bought as fast as possible. How you should use this thing is if you're sniping. So if you're sniping skins, then choose the market where you want to buy the skins, and then just wait for skins to pop up and buy those skins very quickly. Only use this for sniping, don't use it for other things. Like if you go for skins that already have been there for quite a while, then you may just use the comparison feature. So the only reason you should be using this if you want to snipe skins. Personally, I've tested this for a few days and I tried to buy some skins, but unfortunately I wasn't able to buy many, maybe like $100 or $200 worth of skins. The only downside I see to the deals page is that sometimes it feels like it's a bit slow and it isn't the fastest one out there. I don't know the reason why. I also asked some friends and they told me the same thing. It like feels like it freezes and it don't show the newest skins. Okay, so that was all about the deals page. Now I did find something like an alternative, although this is not really an alternative, but it may be useful for some. So when I went to the Pricempire Discord, I saw that they have a deals page, and then you can click on CS2, where you will see all of these new deals. So it may be useful for some people. This is free. You just have to join the Pricempire Discord. And as you can see, it looks like this. So you have a skin, then you have the buff percentage. It will also say, so this one is 90% buff. Then you will see the site right over here, the ROI, the buff buy order, liquidity, etc. Then you can click on buy it now, and it will then go to the site, which this one is listskins.ru, and then you can buy the skins. As you can see, this can work pretty okay, and it gets new skins every second. For example, this one at the buff market. This is actually a good deal for 80% buff. Click on it, and is it still there? 890. Let me take a look. It was, yeah, so this one is still there. So as you can see, you can get some skins. Don't know how good it is, I didn't test it, but I believe that this still has some potential. Although I do have to tell you that there are some bugs in this one. So for example, CS Float is, I believe, a little bit outdated, because I asked them, does CS Float work properly? And they said, well, may not. They don't really know it themselves. So I think that this is just something that I made a long time ago, and this will work like let's say 99% of the time, but then for some skins it will be outdated skins. But I do think that you should try this out and see if this works for you, because I think it can be useful. Alright, so is it actually worth it? Well, my rating is a 5 out of 10. For me, so my personal rating is about a 5 out of 10. I think the price is not worth it. $20 a month is too much for me, since I didn't really find the usefulness in the deals page. I didn't really find the deals I was looking for, although I do think that the My Items feature is a useful one. And I also like that you can do the live prices in the comparison feature. So I do think it's a great thing to have, but I personally don't think it's something for me, just because it is too expensive for what I get back for it. Let's say it would be $20 per 3 months, then I would definitely buy it, because I think that would be worth it. But for me, it's not generating the more profit. But for me, it's just saving a little bit of time, or it's just a little bit nicer to work with, but it's not giving me more profit, so I don't think it's worth it for me. What I recommend you to do is that if you're interested in using these features, so the My Item feature, the comparison feature, or the deals page, then if you want to try out, just try it. Let's say that you have more than $1,000, then I recommend you to just try it for 1 month. I mean, it's $20, it's not that much. So just try it and see how it works. That will be all. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe.